Hello everyone, different perspective because it's a mess around the house and the hat is also the reason why. And the hat also can tell you some stuff. But today is 10 free knitting patterns. I did a research in regards sweaters, worsted weight yarn. And this is kind of questionable, but top down. And I think most of them are color work, so check it out what I found in case you have worsted weight yarn. However, the gauge will be from even 16 stitches to even 23 stitches. So let's start. Oh, and before even I start, just to let you know that it's not a particular order. What have I found? I just put it over there, so enjoy. And in the comments I'm going to tell you which one's my favorite. And I hope you're going to tell me yours. Okie dokie, so the first one is Jan. I would say Jan, but sometimes with Jan. And you can see it's just simple raglan, definitely top down, knitting in around. And the gauge over here is 23 stitches. And the sizes, chest sizes, goes from 90 to 32 centimeters. For chest, but I think circumference, that is information over that, it's the circumference of the sweater goes from 106 to 136. So pick the sweater to the style you like, I would say that way more. And you can see it's beautiful. Number 2, it's livrée square cardigan. Probably completely wrong. We have a gauge over here 22. This is the only cardigan I have over here, and I think I showed it in the free patterns, I think the second time already, so that says a lot. And I love the stripes because you can use different yarn or leftovers and stuff like that, so just fill the gaps, and it looks lovely, as you can see, in regards even the construction. This is gauge 22 stitches. We have worsted weight yarn information, and it is knitted top down, work flat. I think the sleeves are circular in circular knitting needles, so working in the round. The sizes are from 37.5 until 73 inches. Sweater for you, cardigan for you. Go knit it. Love it. If you want to knit me one, I would not say no. And no worries if I have 3. So let's move on to number 3. And we have Canadian winter pullover. Stunning. I love the colours, the gentleness, and also the hair. Oh, when I was a teenager, I tried to dye the hair to have that colour. So this is stunning, and it has to be over here. And we have gauge 22 stitches, worsted weight yarn, knitted top down in the round, and the bust circumference is from 40 to 61 inches, or 101.5 to 155 centimeters. It's lovely, isn't it? Number 4, another cardigan that I showed before in a different maybe category, but it's a Cumberland knit yoke sweater, and the gauge over here is 20 stitches, and we have worsted weight yarn. Again, you know what I think about 20 stitches. For me, it's the DK. I don't know why it's worsted. So anyway, and it is knitted top down. I presume I didn't have a note about that, so definitely check. I went to the actual pattern because you have be directed to the website, and the finished bust, extra small and small, it's 40 inches, which is 106 centimeters, and it goes to 4-5 extra larges, which they call 62 inches, which is 157.5 centimeters. So this is lovely spectrum, I think, and the colors and the whole thing over here. If you want to make me one, go for it. Very hard to pick my favorite. Then we have over here, you can see it's also a hat, and when I was looking for dimension, everything was written about the hat, so it was hard for me to do this lemon pie sweater, and also a hat by Drops Designs. We have gauge 20 stitches. It's a worsted weight yarn. It's knitted top down, work in the round, and finally when you go to the pattern and you scroll, because it's on the website, scroll down, eventually you get information about the sweater, not about a hat. And you have that the sizes are from 92 to 142 centimeters. There's no written down, but you have a schematics, and I took that from schematic. They have a sweater and they have, like, let's say they have a 50, so I just multiply it and I know it's 100. So that's why I said to you 92 to 142 centimeters. Number 6. Isn't that lovely? I know we have only 2 colors over here, but think that every bubble, let's call it that way, it's in a different color. Isn't it lovely then? Ooh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have 7, so it's uneven number, so you can actually have plan that the middle one is, let's say, 1, and then you have just mirrored effect, or you can have like a rainbow effect, or you have many possibilities over here. And listen carefully. The name of it, butcher, I will butcher, that's what I'm saying, Rasimatonello. I'm sorry, Anna, because Anna designed it. It's gauge 16 stitches. So that's kind of hits me as a worsted. 16, 17, 20 from each DK. But anyway, it's classified as worsted on Ravelry, so I'm telling you that now. It's knitted, as I said, top down in the round. And we have over here bust circumference from 88 centimeters to 118 centimeters. Not a big range, but I presume it's so easy to kind of play along to get it the way you want to. So check it out if you like it. And if you want to play with colors, I think this will be a perfect pattern. Okay, let's move on to number 7. Stunning! Okay, Cougar sweater, hope I'm saying it right, that's how I would say it. And it's a gauge 18 stitches, and they call it iron weight yarn over here. So, where's it iron? It's a grey area, and apparently DK gauge grey area. I don't know, but lovely pattern. And as you can see, I also included just a different variation of the color combination. So it's lovely, and it's knitted top down in the round. Body circumference 88 to 128 centimeters, and so it's 34 3/4 to 50.5 inches. So that's the body circumference for the sweater. Okay, let's move on to number 8. It kind of dropped down, so unusual. I mean, dropped down by the color work. So I'm just wondering how the under arms area presents itself. However, it is knitted top down in the round, so if you want to make it bigger, we're going to see how big the sweater is if you want to knit it. But that gives an idea that after the color work you can still kind of knit it before splitting up to the sleeves and body to make it even bigger. So let's see. So this is the name Nordstrand by Hannah. The gauge is 17 stitches. So that rings a bell for me. Knit top down and around, but we're mixing iron with lacy yarn over here to get that. And so the fit chest sizes from 80 to 134, but there's like loads between. So you can kind of definitely go with the pattern to make it bigger if you want to. And then chest circumference is 92 to 138 centimeters. So 92 to 138 centimeters is actually a number for the sweater, and the previous one is your body. So always go with the sweater, because that way you will know, like, let's say I'm 100, but I want to have today 138 sweater, so 38 centimeters, kind of loosey-goosey. But maybe another time I'm 100 centimeters in the chest, but I want to have 115, a little bit less to get it more fitted. So go with the sweater, if that's an option always. But like I said, it looks that you can knit bigger to make it longer. Okay, let's go to number 9. And it's quite unusual one, that's why I wanted to include it, especially the photo shows it. It's called Nyzenica. Hopefully I'm saying it right. 18 stitches, it's an iron weight yarn that it's used, and knitted top down in the round. The body circumference for that one is 88 to 112 centimeters. So not the biggest, but I think you can, again, play it around, especially whatever's knitted top down. It's easy to kind of put on and see how it wears. If blocked and unblocked swatch is not such a big difference. That's what I would say, to be safe side. Up here. Okay, and go with the 10th one, the red one. It's a Cheville sweater and a hat by Emmy, and it's gauge 20 stitches. It's knitted in the round, top down, and the bust is 31 1/4 to 50.5 inches. So I know some sweaters over here I'm giving you information in centimeters and in inches, some only in centimeters, some only in inches, but definitely you go and use Google search to kind of change that to the metric you understand the most. So I hope you enjoy. Let me know which are your favorite one. Maybe I'll give you 3 of my ones in the comments, and yeah, maybe next one, the top, maybe next 10 free knitting pattern will be something about Christmas. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you next one. Bye.